if you're not starting your swing like this in the takeaway, then you're starting your swing on the back foot. I've got an exact measurement and an exact drill for you to use today so you know if you're training correctly. Now, I get asked questions all the time. Alex, should my wrist start the golf swing? Should my chest? When do I move my hips? Well, what I want to look at here today is not just the takeaway. For me, it's probably one of the biggest and most important positions, halfway back. What are we trying to do and how do we get there and how do we know if we're doing it correctly? Well, this is the drill just for you. Now, if you want to start playing great golf in 2024, you've got to start thinking about improving your swing now. Now, if you can't get out on the golf course, watch this now, save this video, and you can even start doing a few of these drills at home without even hitting shots. But the important thing is, you're starting to think about improving your swing right now because this applies to irons, pitching, and driver. Now, before I tell you how to set up this drill and how to use each checkpoint, I just want to give you a few feelings that I feel in my golf swing, okay? Now, I really think about these first sort of foot of the swing as really being controlled by my left shoulder. Now, I've got a system for you to work through shortly, but really being controlled by my left shoulder, my left arm working a little bit across my body. So you notice here, I've got no separation out. I've really got that move. And my first foot of the swing, for me, feels like it's worked from this area up. These aren't engaged. So watch me here. I'm not going to hit this, but just watch. Upper half, I feel that left shoulder sort of controlling that and set. And then you can see my hips starting to move. So as I set, my hips start to move into place. Right, let's break this down, set up the drill, and move through it. Drill set up. So I place an alignment stick down here, but that could be a golf club. I then place my golf ball just inside it. And there's roughly a fingertip or just a bit more between the toe end of the club and that alignment stick. I then placed this golf ball down here. Now, I place this down roughly around a shoe inside. Now, I've got size 7.5 feet. Just put what your size shoe is. It's just a rough guide. It's just a marker for you to work over. So stage one, there's 3 stages to this, and you've got to work through it each and every stage, because if you don't, it doesn't really work and come in. So to really feel like nothing else works in that first foot of the swing, turn your golf club upside down, right? It's much lighter here, isn't it? And what I want you to do is really put your right hand behind your back for a right-hander and just get the idea of working this way. Now, as I'm looking at this from player cam, the butt end of my club is just working over that golf ball. I'm not trying to take the club straight back. I'm not trying to lift it away from me. I've really got that idea of my upper half doing the work. And really think about this. Give me sort of 8 to 10 reps, really trying to get that feel into your golf swing. Because when I turn the golf club round, that is that perfect first checkpoint. Let's move quickly into stage 2. And if at any point you need to do a few more reps at each and every one of those stages, do it. Really take your time with this. Even though we're a long way from what we feel to start the season, it's important you get every point nailed. So we now know that feeling of being really connected through that start. And again, I just really get the idea of the swing is an arc, not taking it away from me. That's how to make the most natural and perfect golf swing for you. Now we're talking about this set, this halfway back position. Right, there's a few key points we've got to get nailed here, and I'll tell you them and then give you the directive in order to action the drill. So as we're halfway back, there's a few points that I look for when people come and coach me. Is our shaft roughly around 45 degrees? Is our hands in the middle of our chest? Is our hand and our elbow in one line? And is our left wrist nice and flat? Now that sounds like a lot, and that's something that we couldn't stand there and feel or work, even adding a little bit of hip turn at this point. You can't actually think about all those points, but what you can do is work through this drill. Now, if I said to you, point 1 is work the club, feeling the left shoulder over this first golf ball. The second point is point this butt end of the club, that's this end here, at this golf ball, okay? The one you're trying to hit. So we can just create some feels and some turns where we go here, set, here, set, here, set. And really, from here, you can check all those points. Just to swing it longer is a little bit more upper body and a little bit more hip turn. That's how you make your swing longer. That's how you keep constant. I don't want to swing longer by just lifting and bending the arms. So from face on, that's really going to look like this. And just add it longer, a little bit more turn. We're in some really good constant positions that are easy to practice, easy to implement, and easy to hit shots from. Right, I'm going to hit one away here, but I would simply just hit shots like this. I've done this countless times with my driver, with my irons, every single club in my bag. I go position 1, position 2, up, and through. Notice I'm not trying to hit that hard, but what I really do is get the feeling that I'm building a perfect takeaway into the backswing. What a feeling that is for you. Now this seriously feels like cheating, and it's not, but it does feel that way. So to feel that connection before every shot, and you can do this, I've seen pros do this, make a little ball with your jumper, right? Literally just like this, and hook it in there. You've got a real feeling of keeping that connection. So I do that, automatically, I get that first foot of the swing nailed. All I've got to do is concentrate on that set, This is all the idea. So if you look how much more on playing I am, and that all comes from that first foot. We get a good sync of the arms and the body all working together. It gets me excited, this, because the amount of times I see students, I had a student come to me the day, backswing was out of whack, but they didn't realise it was a start of their swing which was causing it. Get that right, get the set, the rest of it just starts to fall into place. So get that feeling, keep it on. Thanks so much for watching, and don't forget to start actioning your swing ready for the season right now.